Second half underway. Brett Boyer kicks it. It was kind of a pooch kick that goes and is down by Richard Dykes for Syracuse at the 34-yard line. That's where Syracuse will start their first possession in the second half. Well, over the halftime, both coaches were able to talk to their teams. And Goose, what do you expect to see different or perhaps the same from both teams in this half?
Well, I expect that the coaching staff made some adjustments on the defensive side to the passing game.
Right.
Because even though Hardwick has 100 yards, he had that one run. They bottled him up pretty good.
Yeah, their quarterback, TJ Sheard, is 10 of 15 with one interception. He threw for 130 yards in the first half.
So I think they're going to make some adjustments to the passing game to shut down the passing game. You know, put some pressure on the quarterback. Don't give him time.
Well, here is Syracuse. They look to spread out the North Stars here in the second half. And Jameel McRae in on the stop there. And it was Hardwick. He ran for about 12 yards, so get back to the line of scrimmage. There's also a hold on the offense, so that'll march him back 10 yards. Well, it's 10 yards if it's an NFL rule. And I believe it's 10 yards here as well. So it's going to be marched back 10 yards. It'll be first down and 10. So it'll go for no pickup.
So that's the seventh penalty on the shock. And
what's Plattsburgh got for penalties? Just two?
I only showed two.
And one was big, though.
One was big. One was big, and then the shock ended up scoring a touchdown on it.
All right, Syracuse first down and 20 to go. And they will go with a split back formation once again. And they're going to pitch it. Oh, a turnover perhaps, but nothing developed downfield. It was Hardwick again running to the left side. He's going to get back maybe 6 yards.
Hardwick is really fast.
Yeah, he'll get 6 yards back. And he, you know, it looked as though that they had a trickery. I don't know now if maybe he's just trying to get 2 or 3 more yards by doing that.
Maybe, but you know, it looked like he did it right away.
That looked intentional because they had Tyrone Burke working down the left sideline and good coverage downfield from the Plattsburgh secondary. Second down and still a long way to go. Second and 14 for the North Stars. Or rather for the shock. North Stars trying to make the stop here as the North Stars trail by 7 points. Good snap to quarterback Sheard. He throws one across right side. It is Dykes. And Dykes is only going to pick up 2 yards on that
coverage. So it's going to be third down and long.
It'll be a pickup of, we'll give him 3 yards, benefit of the doubt.
You know, and I don't think the Stars had to make much adjustments on offense because they've been moving the football.
Yeah, I agree. The North Stars have done a good job. If you look at the stats, throwing the football, Rasko was 6 of 11, 2 touchdowns and 160 yards. He had a couple of big passes in the first half. He had one pass that went for 50 yards, one for 30, and another for 59. All right, good snap.
Time.
Sheards has plenty of time.
They got him.
And he's going to throw it out of bounds. No, to get back to the line of scrimmage.
No, it did not. That's going to be intentionally grounding.
Yes, intentional grounding should be thrown because that didn't get back.
It didn't even get up to the hanky. There it goes. Okay.
So he drops the flag on the field. Now, when you're out of the pocket, you can throw the ball away. But it's got to get back to the line of scrimmage. And it did not get back to the 34-yard line. No, it got back to the 30. So that's also a loss of down goose. So it'll be intentional grounding and a loss of down.
So the Stars should get the ball in pretty good field position.
Unless they're going to run the ball with Hardwick, but I don't know. They can't do that.
Some guys got to be able to punt the ball.
You'd hope. Maybe they're holding tryouts over on the far sideline as we speak.
Maybe they did that before the game, and that's why they were
late. That's what took them so long to get down to the field.
Yes. So a good defensive series to start the second half for the Stars. Just what they drew up.
And if they didn't draw it up, good for them. They did. They made it work somehow.
Yep. I got to believe they drew it up.
Yeah, you would think so. So Syracuse will punt. It is a good snap. And their punter is the same as their kicker. It is Emery Kinsley. And it will take a Syracuse bounce and stop at the 42-yard line of Plattsburgh.
Stars, again, getting good field position to start off.
Well, their worst starting field position today is their own 32-yard line. And when your own 32 is your worst starting position, that's pretty good. Everything else has been in the 40-yard area.
One thing we're going to keep an eye out for the Shock, okay? Fatigue.
Yes, yeah, that's true.
In the second half, because they didn't bring a big team with them.
I would bet they've got maybe 25 players dressed, if that. And when you have just 25 players, that means you're likely going to have players on both sides of the football. Well, here comes Plattsburgh with their first drive in the second half. DJ Barber is the motion man, and it's going to be a handoff to Elijah Parks.
Oh, nice cut.
He had a good hole to run through, and that's something on first down. That's one thing you don't want to take for granted. You'll take as many yards as you can get on first down because you never want to take a negative or a 0 on first down.
Exactly. And when you get first down and 5 yards, 4 yards, 5 yards, there's so much more that you can do with the football that the defense, can't gear up for if it's long.
So here comes Plattsburgh again. It'll be second down and 6 yards. Barber again, the motion man, comes across to the right side this time, and bringing the blitz is Syracuse, and getting rid of the ball is Harry Rasco, and that ball was airmailed, overthrown for the intended target, Dexter Gohagen. So it'll be third down and 6 for the North Stars, and this is a play at midfield that, you think about it, it's probably not 4 down territory considering that there's still 11 minutes here in quarter number 3, a full fourth quarter to go. But at the same time, you might be a little afraid of the Syracuse offense because they've been pretty successful, but the defense just did go out and stop them on the last play. Well, here's the North Stars, trips to the right side. Quarterback Harry Rasco has Parks to the left side, and it's going to be a screen, and it's going to be tipped by Chairman Smith.
And I just want to go back. There it was 3rd and 6. The Shock knew they wanted to put the pass rush on.
Right.
They knew the Stars were going to pass the football. The second down play that the Stars used there, I didn't really agree with it. They had only one option. They had only one receiver in mind, and they tried to hook up with it.
Right, yep. So they pick up 4 on first down, and then nothing ever since.
Well, that might have been tipped.
Yeah, it was.
That might have been tipped.
Oh, and it's going to be
who made that tackle?
For the North Stars, that was Remillard, Jason Remillard. It was fielded by E.J. Mayweather. But Mayweather's a big guy. I don't know what he was doing fielding that punt. But it was tipped.
It was tipped.
Yep, it was. That punt came from Chris Fish of the North Stars. And I almost wondered if there was going to be a running into the kicker, as he was touched. But I guess if you get a piece of the football, it's a different scenario. Well, Syracuse is going to start this football on their own 44-yard line. They were forced to punt 3 and out on their last drive. A tight formation from Syracuse. Split backs, and this time it's going to be handed off. And Twombly runs to the right side, and he's going to run for 16 yards. Actually going to give him 17 yards. And a 17-yard run.
We got somebody down on the field, too.
It may be Twombly. Evan Twombly, the running back for the Syracuse Shock.
16-yard run by number 22, William Gordon. first down and 10 yards to go for Syracuse at the Plattsburgh.
Looking at the roster, Twombly is listed at 6'5", but I would think he's probably 5'5".
5 foot?
Looking at him.
5'5"?
Looking at him, 6'5" seems a little bit of a stretch. And I wonder if the spelling Twombly is a typo, and it's supposed to be Trombley. You'll never know, though. Or at least we won't. Syracuse first down at the North Star 40-yard line. Split backs, and they're going to throw across.
Nice, beautiful play.
And that was a good play. Craig Livesey
Livesey
breaking up.
made very nice play there.
Intended target was Tyrone Burke. And up over the shoulder, he's able to get his hand up and tip the pass. And that's pretty impressive, as he was able to reach over Burke and extend his right arm and knock that pass away.
Just how you're taught to do it.
Yes. Second down and 10. North Star 40-yard line. There's 9 minutes and 39 seconds remaining in quarter number 3. Syracuse leads by a score of 22-15 in the Empire Football League championship game. They're going to pitch it to Hardwick. Hardwick runs to the left side, and McRae misses. And he runs out of bounds on the North Star sideline. And he's going to keep going all the way to the concession stand, grab a hot dog and a Pepsi, and then he'll rejoin us for first down.
And I thought they were going to get him behind the line of scrimmage, but boy, he has that burst of speed.
Well, he's actually going to be marked short. So he'll pick up 8 on that rush. And he'll be marked short. It'll be third down and a long 2 for the Syracuse Shock. And Gusa, I'm going to guess, this is a wild guess, but you put it right back in Hardwick's hands.
Oh, yeah. The next 2 plays.
Yeah. And if he can't get you 2.5 yards in 2 plays, you might want to fire him. Well, they're going to hand it off to him, and he's hit close to the line. The pile moves forward, however, and this is all going to depend on the spot.
And he kept the legs going. You got to get him low.
Well, they're going to spot the ball at the 30-yard line, and they're going to stop the clock and bring in the chains. So that's going to go for 2 yards.
Now the Shock are going to their run-in game. And what that does is choose time off the clock, of course.
Yes.
Plus, it keeps the North Star's offense on the sidelines. Can't score there.
No. So they'll measure it. We'll get a good zoomed-in look here.
You got it?
Looks it.
Yeah.
First down.
By a nose?
By a nose. So the spot of the football is the 30-yard line, and what they needed, or what the North Stars needed, was for the football to be behind the 30.5-yard line. Not the case. Syracuse keeps the chains moving. Another first down for Syracuse. As they come up to the line of scrimmage, and quarterback Sheards under center. They'll run split backs with the wideouts left and a wideout right. Perhaps an audible here as Sheards calling something to the right side of his offense. And he looks to pass. He's going to go up with a single coverage, and that pass was out of bounds. That pass wasn't going to be, if it was caught, both were out of bounds. It was Tyler Gage, the intended target.
Brandon St. John on the coverage there, and he had good coverage the whole way.
That pass was thrown up and out of bounds. That was an audible called by T.J. Sheard at the line of scrimmage. Perhaps he liked that one-on-one matchup on the outside with St. John. And Gage, in first down, they go for it. But now that it's second down and 10, I expect them to go back to the run game here at their at the North Star 30-yard line. Under center again, split back formation. And it's a good snap. They were going to pitch the ball to the right side, and breaking off yet another good run is Twombly. Number 22,
And
Twombly's going to pick up 5.
it'll be third down, but they'll go twice here. Third and fourth down if need be.
And Goose, I think I just heard over the speaker that was Dwayne Gordon right there. So Dwayne Gordon is wearing 22 tonight.
There he is.
So 22 would not be Twombly, it would be Dwayne Gordon. I just caught that over the PA. So the roster
Okay.
that we have was incorrect with that.
And I wonder if he just got here late.
Yeah, or perhaps he forgot his jersey. Because he doesn't look 6'5", so maybe Twombly really is a 6'5" guy. Well,
Oh, nothing there.
quarterback Sheards was looking to scramble out of the pocket with a quarterback keeper.
51.
Kevin Gibson for the North
Gibson,
Stars.
yes.
Gibson in with a big sack there. And it'll be a loss of 4 yards.
Plattsburgh High School alumni there. Gibson.
Gibson is?
Yes, he played on this field. I believe so.
I think you're right. That name sounds familiar from PHS football.
Yes, yes.
So it's 4th down and 9 to go. And some confusion from the Syracuse sideline. They've got a number of players on the field. The coach is out on the field. So I almost wonder
Timeout.
if they're going to be forced to call a timeout, and they will. So Syracuse will burn their first timeout in the second half, and we'll take a timeout as well. 7 minutes remain in quarter number 3. Syracuse leads 22-15. All right, Goose. This
Fourth
is
down.
a big 4th down. The North Stars really need to stop here. It's not going to get them a great field position, but it's going to keep the Syracuse offense on the sideline. It'll put the Plattsburgh offense back on the field. They've got twins left, twins right. And it's a good snap, and quarterback Sheards thought he was going to run up the middle. Now he throws a pass across.
Oh, yeah,
Wide open. And then making the tackle for the North Stars is Alec Courier. As it is going to be a pass across the middle. It'll be a pickup of 16 yards for Sheards. And a little bit of wind out of the North Star sail right there.
That's right, especially if they give up a score here.
That pass was complete across the middle to Dwayne Gordon. Flash, did they call him?
That's right. That's the 13th first down for the shot.
Moving the ball very effectively. So Syracuse, the 4 seed, knocked off the 1 seed. They proved that they were no slouch, and here they are tinkering with the 2 seed this week. It's a first down and 10, and they're going to run the ball with Hardwick. Hardwick lunges over one of the North Star tacklers and works his way all the way down to the 1 yard line.
He ran.
That's a pickup of 16 yards.
He really ran that play patiently because there wasn't nothing there, and he waited for his blockers to set it up, and then he broke up the middle.
And then he read the blocks well.
Yes.
Down on the field, injured for the North Stars, it looks like Jameel McCray.
Ooh.
And he is a key player for the Plattsburgh North Stars. We've called his name a couple of times on key plays defensively here for the Plattsburgh North Stars. So the medical personnel attends to Jameel McCray. We'll stay here and keep talking about the first half. Why don't we run over some of the stats in the first half. For Syracuse, rushing the football, it was a Hardwick going 14 times for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns in the first half. Their quarterback, TJ Sheards, ran 3 times for 19 yards and a touchdown.
Yep.
And the one other ball carrier was Dwayne Gordon. Gordon only touched the ball 1 time, and that was for 4 yards. Passing-wise, TJ Sheards went 10 of 15 with 1 interception, 130 yards in the first half. Receiving-wise, they had 4 guys to touch the football. 1 catch for number 9. That was Tyrone Burke. Burke had a 7-yard catch. It was Flash Gordon, who had 5 catches for 69 yards. And Justin Hardwick had 3 receptions for 39, and the one other person to catch the football was Richard Dykes. Dykes had 1 catch for 15 yards. We'll talk about the North Stars stats once the North Stars offense gets back out onto the field. But right now,
it's first and goal.
It's been all Syracuse so far in this second half, and they are in their goal line offense. They're going to run out of an I formation this time with Flash Gordon and Justin Hardwick. Hardwick gets the ball, tries to jump over the pile, and he's in. So it'll be a 1-yard touchdown run for Justin Hardwick. That comes in the third quarter with 5 minutes and 16 seconds remaining. In quarter number 3, a 1-yard touchdown leap, we should call that, with the 2-point attempt pending. So the 2-point conversion, they are 2 for 3 on the night, 66.66666%. And with this attempt, it will get us to a much better percentage number where we don't have decimals. Single back formation, twins left, twins right. And they're going to pitch it to Hardwick, and Hardwick is stopped. In on the tackle was Craig Livesey. So the 2-point conversion fails. They dropped to 50% on the 2-point conversion. And with 5 minutes and 16 seconds remaining in quarter number 3, Syracuse leads by a score of 28-15, and this is kind of a point where you got to see the North Stars offensively. They've got to do something here.
They got to do something offensively.
If they don't put any points up on the board, that's okay, as long as they get their offense going. Their offense needs to get clicking on all cylinders and needs some momentum that can perhaps carry them in drives later on in this half. And
they're not out of the game by
no
means. But they have to move the football, not necessarily score, but like you said,
they've got to move the football somehow. Right, exactly. Well, the North Stars are lined up to receive the kick. It will be Emery Kinsey to kick the ball deep for this Syracuse Shock team. Hasn't been much success here in half number 2 rather, for the Plattsburgh North Stars offense. Here is Kinsey, his kick, pretty good kick. It will be fielded by Dexter Gohagen back at his 15-yard line. Gohagen with a good head of steam runs it right up the middle, and he will be tackled at his own 33-yard line. And that is where the North Stars will start this possession.
First down and 10 yards goal for the North Stars at their own 33-yard line.
So from the North Stars standpoint, they've got the weapons to put the ball up in the air. That just we haven't really seen too much of that this evening.
Right.
Now, keep in mind, a 50-yard pass from Rasko to Bujold along the right sideline to start the game out. Fumble, can't do much about that. And then a 30-yard pass. The next completion was 12 yards. The next one was 6, then a 3-yard, and then a 59-yard completion to Brett Boyer. So those were the 6 completions in the first half for Harry Rasko. DJ Barber, the motion man, comes across, and Rasko gives a good snap. He looks to the left side for Gohagen, or rather DJ Barber, and he airmails that. Perhaps a little bit of miscommunication on the route there. I don't think Harry Rasko normally doesn't miss by that much.
Yeah, and it looks like he's, and I could be wrong, but he's only looking for one receiver instead of looking for a second or third receiver, and he has time.
Right, he does. The offensive line for the North Stars have done a phenomenal job tonight. I know the offensive linemen don't get talked about much, but for the North Stars, Harry Rasko's had some good protection this evening. They're going to hand off this time to, it looked like Nephew. And it was Josh Nephew, and Nephew will run forward for 2 yards, maybe, on the play.
I don't like the body language that I'm seeing on the Stars offense. It looks like they're frustrated.
Everybody's mad at everybody.
Looks like they're frustrated, and they need a big play to get some excitement.
Right, and get everybody happy. So here are the North Stars, third down and long 8. Harry Rasko gets the snap and steps up, and he is sacked.
It almost looked like he was going to punt the ball.
Yeah. It's going to be a loss of 5 yards.
Loss of 5 yards for number 13, Harry Rasso.
And it is 4th down and long, and this is a punting situation for the North Stars.
Boy, the Stars, they could be digging themselves a hole that they might not be able to get out of.
You are correct. Chris Fish back to punt for the North Stars. Well, I think we're offside. Nice job by Fish. Fish recognizing that one man had come across rather quickly. I thought that the man might have been offsides.
I don't see a flag, though.
No flags on the field. I thought that there was one man for...
It's lucky it didn't get blocked.
Yeah, it was Charmaine Smith, and Charmaine Smith, there's no way he got there that quick. It was a good snap. I thought he had crossed the line early. But some pretty good starting field position here for Syracuse at the Plattsburgh North Stars 44-yard line.
That's putting a lot of pressure on your defense.
But at the same time, you really got to credit Chris Fish for holding that initial kick, as that would have been blocked and in the end zone for 6, or at least a safety. So here comes Syracuse. They're going to run out of a shotgun formation, and they're going to pitch the ball to Hartwig. Hartwig runs to the left side, and he's got room to go. He runs into his own blocker, and he's not wrapped up yet. He ends up falling down. It was, for the North Stars, Nick Passano, who was able to tug on the jersey and knock him down. That'll be a pickup of 15 yards.
We said that, or I said that the Stars were doing a good job against the running game. Well,
you jinxed them.
Yeah, maybe I did because they're running at will now.
Well, the North Stars have their backs against the wall right now.
And a score on this series by the Shock
is that's putting one nail in the coffin.
Yes, you're right.
Starting to seal it. Well, shotgun formation. One man's going to go in motion. That's going to be Hardwick. He's going to go in motion to the left side. They're going to throw a screen pass over to the right side. That's going to be Dykes. Dykes is going to scamper for the first down and some. It's going to be a pickup of 16 on the screen pass for Richard Dykes.
Flash Gordon that time.
Well, it was Dykes on the play. It was 12. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Perhaps PA announcer Brian Marino forgot his glasses. It is very difficult to read the jersey numbers, though.
Yes, it is.
Those might be the worst numbers in the league. The North Stars numbers are very easy to read, very clear. Not so much for Syracuse. Split backs, hand off to Hardwick. Hardwick is actually going to go down at the line of scrimmage. He ran into the rear end of Dwayne Shaw, one of his lead blockers. And that's probably the only time all night that he's gone for 0. Actually, he went for 0 one other time. And he actually still gained a yard out of it. If you look where they spot the ball, he's going to get a yard for that one. That's his 21st touch of the ball game. And he's got 150 yards on 21 touches.
Ooh.
You start him in your fantasy lineup?
Yes.
Well, you got some good fantasy points because he's also got 3 touchdowns.
Yes.
All right, this is still big for the North Stars. If they can get a stop here, that should be enough momentum. Sheards is going to throw a pass. That was well thrown. That pass was well thrown.
Yep.
Tyrone Burke should have caught that football. It hit him right in the chest, and he let that drop. That pass was put in a very small window, but right on the money.
Yep.
That was a good pass there.
Very quiet crowd now.
Well, that's what happens when you don't get much going for you. It's going to be 3rd down and a long 8. Call it 9. Here for Syracuse. Quarterback shotgun formation. He's got split backs. And he's got two wide receivers right. They're going to pass, or rather flip the ball to Flash Gordon. And Gordon is hit and dropped. Dwayne Gordon is hit, and he's only going to go for 2 yards on that carry.
So it'll be 4th down.
It's going to be 4th down and maybe 7 here for Syracuse. Syracuse has already used 1 timeout. And we have come to the end of quarter number 3. Syracuse 28, Plattsburgh North Stars 15. If the North Stars want any chance in this one, I think 4th down, this is a pretty crucial stop.
Yep, they got to stop them here, keep them out of the end zone, and hopefully the offense can get something clicking because they look awful flat in the second half.
Yeah, they do. All right, well, both teams will move upfield. They'll move the ball down to the other side, switch sides, and we'll be back for the 4th quarter. All right, Goose, about time that the 4th quarter starts. It is 4th down and about 7 on the 11-yard line. The score, 28-15. If I am Syracuse, I'm going for a field goal here. And that's because that gives me 31, and that gives me a 16-point advantage over the North Stars. That would force the North Stars to score twice and complete a 2-point conversion both times.
But they don't have a field goal kicker,
That's
so they're going for it.
The guy who's kicking the ball off does a pretty good job. I think he gets the ball downfield, but maybe they don't have somebody to hold the ball. All right, it is Sheard's going to toss it to the left side.
And he got it.
I don't know. I think he's short, Goose.
Is he?
I think he's short. Hardwick ran to the left side, and he's going to be short by 2 yards.
Oh, boy.
So Hardwick will pick up 5 on the play, but not enough. The North Stars have a very important defensive stand there.
Yes, they did.
And it's not good starting field position for the North Stars. Their worst of the contest. But you consider the fact that their defense just got to stop. From perspective, you'd like to see the crowd happy and excited and energized about that stop. But
they got to get out of this bad field position first of all.
Right.
That's the first thing.
Right. If they can click off a big play, a big run, or a big pass, I think this crowd will be right back into this football game, as will the bench. Oh, no. 12 men in the huddle.
Oh, no.
Trying to scurry off the sideline was Josh Nephew.
That should never happen.
12 men in the huddle. So that's going to move him back. Actually, they're going to pick the flag up.
Oh.
They waved the flag off.
Oh!
Pick 6. That pass is going to be picked off, and it is a touchdown for Jeremy Barnwell. In the 4th quarter, 14 minutes and 46 seconds.
Boy, and the offense is dejected. They're walking off the field, heads down. That hurts big time.
Yeah, it sure does. Quarterback Harry Rasco was trying to throw a screen pass to the right side, the intended target over on the far sideline.
Who intercepted that? Because he read it real good.
That was Jeremy Barnwell. He read that screen pass very well.
Very well. Went for the interception, got it, and just about walked into the end zone.
Timed it perfectly. So they're going to go for 2 points, as we've seen them do all night. And the North Stars have to take a timeout. They don't have the correct personnel out on the field. Head coach Scott Agulia for the Plattsburgh North Stars sees that the right personnel is not out there, and he will take the timeout. Well, going back to that play, you look at the design for Plattsburgh, and that's a risky play call, throwing a screen pass that deep in your own territory.
Yes, it
and
is.
It comes back and it bites Plattsburgh right in the rear end.
Boy, I guess it does, and that might be the final nail in the coffin. Even though it's just the start of the 4th quarter, but
They're down now 3 scores, 3 possessions.
That's hard. That's
Yes.
asking a lot.
Yep. Hopefully they've got a good kicker that can get them an onside kick later in this ball game. All right, well, if the North Stars can stop them here, that makes life a little bit easier. That's one less 2-point conversion that they have to convert on. 34-15 the score. Here come the Syracuse Shock. The 2-point conversion attempt with split backs. They're going to throw it, or pitch it rather, once again. And oh boy, what a leapfrog move there by Hardwick. Hardwick is in for the 2-point conversion. And Syracuse goes up by a score of 36-15. It's not looking good for the North Stars, but the North Stars, the good news is that their offense is going to get right back out on the field here.
Yeah, they are, and they're just going to have to, try to get something positive
They got to weather the storm. I mean, everything is so negative from everybody here on the sideline. I mean, you look at some of the players on the sideline, and they're sitting down on the bench. They should be up on the sideline, ready to go, get another chance at this.
Yeah. They're very.
By no means is the football game over.
Right.
It
I've seen
doesn't look good.
I've seen crazier things happen.
It doesn't look good.
Yeah.
But if you have the attitude, which it kind of seems like from this sideline, the wind is out of the sails. The attitude isn't great from the Plattsburgh sideline. If you have that attitude, it's very hard to overcome adversity that you're facing.
And the Stars really came into this game pumped, assuming they were going to win this game.
You're right.
And so they're very dejected, and I can understand that.
Right, you're absolutely.
But you play hard to the final whistle.
Mm-hmm. I agree. But, you look at this North Stars team, and they were here out on the football field, I think around 5:30. All the preparation that they had put into this game, and you hate to see the wind out of the sails here this early in quarter number 4. Good return there from Dexter Gohagen. He brings it out across the 40-yard line. There is a flag down on the field. We'll wait for the signal from the head referee. These are referees from all over the state. Holding on the receiving team. These referees come from across the Empire Football League. So these aren't the local guys, because you don't see Eddie LaMarche out there tonight.
No.
He's the guy you see all the time. Eddie LaMarche,
I think he
Randy
worked
Brown.
today, didn't he?
He did. He worked the high school football game. Yeah, I think he worked as the umpire today in the high school football game. I don't remember where he was.
He was the white cap?
He wasn't the head referee today.
Oh, he wasn't the white cap?
No, not today. That's the first time. All right, here are the North Stars, shotgun formation. And it's going to be thrown across to the right side, where it is Chris Fish who makes the reception, and it'll go for 4 yards.
And the defense for the Shock, they can play, loose.
Yes, absolutely.
Keep everything in front of you.
Well, here is quarterback Harry Rasco, and he throws across to DJ Barber. And that was well timed by the defensive player. That's by no means is that a dirty hit.
Oh, that
the football's right there in the hands. That's great timing on the defense.
Yes.
So the North Stars facing a 3rd down and about 5. 4 down territory for sure. Good snap. Harry Rasco surveys the field. And wide open. And that ball in and out of the hands of DJ Barber.
Yeah, you got to make that catch. Got to make that catch.
Yeah, you sure do.
Especially on the 3rd down, and the Stars are going to go for it.
Have to. North Stars head coach Scott Agulia electing to go for it here on 4th down and 5. They're going to bring the blitz. Syracuse. He's going to throw it across the middle. Hit and holding on to the football. A great pass over the middle.
Is that Fish? Yep.
It's Fish. Fish with a big catch right there.
Big catch.
That goes for 7 yards. And you look at that, and Chris Fish, that's an important catch. Hurry up offense for the North Stars. Harry Rasco throws one over the right side. Fish again. And nearly picked off as Fish had it go in and out of his hands. And Quan Williams for Syracuse had it go in and out of his hands after two.
Fish feels he should have made that catch.
Yeah, but at the same time, that was an awful difficult catch as his arms were extended and he was kind of falling to the ground trying to make that catch. But if he's upset, it doesn't mean much because you're always upset if it touches your hands and you don't gather it in. Here's the North Star shotgun formation, looking for Gohagen on the left sideline. And Harry Rasco trying to escape. Good block there from Jim Reisdorf. Reisdorf comes back, and Harry Rasco running across the middle of the field now.
Oh my, he's going to be tired.
And he ran.
He ended up taking a loss.
He ran about 50 yards and ends up losing 5.
Timeout, Syracuse.
Well, their defensive personnel have to be shot after that.
Yeah, they've been.
Harry Rasco doesn't mind that timeout either. But at the same time, Plattsburgh has been running a hurry-up offense, a no-huddle offense for this entire drive, and
you pretty much have to.
Yeah, you have to.
You got to score 3 times.
3rd down and 14 here for the North Stars. But going back to that play, Harry Rasco had so many opportunities just to get rid of that football or to get down in a position where he would have gained 2 or 3 yards.
Yes.
You want to see him either get rid of that football or get down when you're in the positive, because he tried making something out of nothing at all, and look what it got him, a -5. So that's unfortunate for the North Stars.
A lot going wrong for the Stars in this game.
And I mean, credit to Rasco for being able to get free and get away from everybody, but there's a point when you need to get rid of the football or get down. And he was just thinking big play, big play, big play. And that happens. I mean, when you're in game, sometimes you forget the little things, you overlook them, and you're thinking big play, especially when you're down 36-15 and you really need some spark.
True.
Well, here come the North Stars to the line. Also on that play, a couple of key blocks there. Jim Reisdorf came all the way back and made a block at the 32-yard line. I think he's the right tackle coming all the way back. It's good to see blocks like that. Here's Harry Rasco. Looks to air it out across the middle. Chris Fish, the intended target, and he has it go through his hands. So it is going to be 4th down and do or die. The North Stars facing a 4th down and 14. You look at the targets for the North Stars, and no one has really stood out as a favorite. The passing game really hasn't been able to be established here for the North Stars.
Rasco's taken himself out of the game.
Well, he's hurt.
Yeah, it looks like he hurt his right hand.
So the North Stars likely will have to take a timeout here as the time is running off the clock.
I think they're going to punt the ball away.
Time is running.
Come on! Get some guts to go for it!
And if they have a fake punt, this would be the time to use it. Too many men on the field right now for Syracuse. Chris Fish in the backfield will be set to punt.
Oh my!
Oh, muffed it. And the North Stars pick it up.
Yeah, yes.
And it's going to be a North Stars football.
Here.
Yes, he pointed the wrong way.
That's right.
That was an attempt to field the ball by Syracuse.
Nobody's blocking on the punt.
Yeah, they got through quick, and Chris Fish saw that once again. But this could be the spark and the energy that the North Stars needed. I don't think it was intended for a little trickery like that. But you got to credit Chris Fish for being creative there. That low punt, Syracuse tried to field that. That was an attempt to field it.
Bujold has to come in as the quarterback.
Bujold, that's right. So Craig Bujold in as the quarterback. He, on the season, had 3 attempts as quarterback. I have it somewhere here in all of my papers. But Bujold in at quarterback. We saw him lined up as a wideout earlier in the game. Craig Bujold, a good baseball player, so he's got a good arm. And he steps up and throws one over the middle. And there's
some flags.
There's a bunch of hankies on the field right now, Goose. And there's going to be holding, likely on Jeff Lott for Syracuse. Wait for the signal. Gohagen was the intended target. And it is, in fact, pass interference is going to be called. Okay, even better for the North Stars. This is going to be 15 yards instead of 10. That'll move the chains. And Craig Bujold is into the game for the North Stars. Bujold, shotgun formation, twins left, twins right. He's got Parks with him in the backfield. And he looks to get rid of the ball, and he had to get rid of it quick as the Syracuse team brought the blitz. Charmaine Smith coming with the blitz. The intended target, I believe, was Brett Boyer on the play. Bujold comes over, gets the play from head coach Scott Agulia. It'll be 2nd down and 10 to go for the North Stars at the 35-yard line of Syracuse. 12 minutes and 38 seconds remain on the clock. It is 36-15 Syracuse in the Empire Football League championship game at the Plattsburgh High School Athletic Complex.
Rasko was throwing on the sidelines. It looks like he's got his helmet on. He might be coming back into the game.
Ready to go at any time. Bujold hands off, inside handoff to Elijah Parks. And Parks goes for 2 yards. It's going to be 3rd down and 8 for the North Stars.
And 1 yard for the sideline Park. It's 3rd down and 9 yards to go for the North Stars at the Syracuse 34-yard line.
Well, Bujold stays in as quarterback, I believe. Harry Rasko is on the sideline. He's favoring his right wrist, and he needs that wrist to pass the football. 3rd down and 9. Good snap to Bujold. Here comes the blitz, picked up by Park. And that pass is going to be aired out and incomplete.
So Rasko's coming in for the 4th down play.
Well, Harry Rasko back in the quarterback position. Bujold goes 0 for 2 throwing the football. And it is a big 4th down and 9. Harry Rasko back in. 11:57 on the clock. The North Stars line up with 2 to the right, 2 to the left, and Parks in the backfield. And there's a flag down on the play.
Let's see.
I think maybe holding is going to be the call. It looked like Dexter Gohagen was held downfield.
Throw the goddamn flag!
Well, some of the North Star fans showing their displeasure for the referees. It's going to be a hold on the defense. Not really sure why they're. I'm not really sure why the North Star fans are upset with that call.
No.
Did they want the ball marched back the other way?
What the hell? First down and 10 yards to go for the North Stars at the Syracuse 30-yard line.
Well, it is a championship game, so I guess we can let them get fired up about that.
I guess so.
All right. Rasko stays in at the quarterback position. Twins left, twins right. Good snap to Rasko, and Rasko looks to the left side. Pump fakes, and he's got pressure now. And he's going to point to Fish to go downfield, but Fish didn't read that with him. And Rasko throws that one away.
Well,
Good news for Plattsburgh, though, is it's 2nd and 10, and they still got the football.
They're not on the same page,
No.
and they're trying to, make things work.
Right. Well, they tried to extend that play.
Yeah.
Of course, Rasko was able to extend that play, getting out of the pocket. And at that point, the route that was intended was done with, and Rasko pointed downfield for Chris Fish to go. But
he
Chris
couldn't?
Fish, no, he couldn't. There was good coverage downfield. The only option he had was to come back and perhaps get a hot pass. 2nd down and 10. Here's Harry Rasko, and he looks to the left side.
Oh,
he's pressured, and he gets the pass off to DJ
Oh,
Barber. That's
boy,
going to
he
hit.
got hammered.
That pass hits Barber in the chest and falls to the ground. And you said it right, Goose. Taking another hard hit is Harry Rasko. Rasko really taking
He
quite a
got
beat.
up, boy. He's a tough competitor.
Boy, that guy just won't give it up on the referees, really. Apparently, he read the entire rule book in and out before he came to this football game. And if he remembers all those rules, good for him. 3rd down and 10 for the North Stars. Shotgun again. Harry Rasko with it. Surveys his options. Looks for Chris Fish. He has him.
Did he catch that?
Incomplete. No. Well, that pass was thrown behind Chris Fish.
Yes.
And if Chris Fish would have caught that, that would have been a great catch. But again, the North Stars facing a 4th down situation. 4th down and 10. They need to convert here. Otherwise, it could be another nail in the coffin.
There's still 11 minutes left in the game, but when the Shock get the football, they're going to run.
Absolutely. And they're going to keep the clock moving. And with a running back like Justin Hardwick, he's an effective guy at keeping the clock moving. All right, here's Rasko. He's got a lot of time, and he's going to throw an interception over to the left side. It is number 8 for Syracuse, Charmaine Smith. And a little extra activity after the play for the North Stars. It was Devin Dajna getting into it. There's going to be a personal foul after the play here. Unsportsmanlike conduct on both teams. They're going to offset, and result of the play, 1st down. That guy down there should really think before he speaks, or at least wait to see what the referee's going to do. Well, Syracuse has the football. There's 11 minutes and 16 seconds to go. And I expect to see a lot of Justin Hardwick here. Hardwick has rushed 22 times in this football game for 154 yards. And he has been probably the key player for this Syracuse Shock football team. He's got 3 touchdowns in the game. All right, here come the Shock in their offense. Good snap to Sheards, and it will be Hardwick running.
Oh!
And he's
Who made that hit?
Same as before. It's the guy that's been a pest to him all night. It's Kevin Gibson. Gibson's been a pest all night for
Boy, he gave him
Hardwick.
a hit.
So the clock stays running, and I'm sure Syracuse is going to wait until there's about 3 seconds left on the play clock before they snap the next play. Look at the line for Syracuse. They got a couple of big guys.
Yes, they do.
I don't know if they throw the weight on here, but I bet you those guys are in the 3 category. 352, that one guy is. Well, they're going to put Hardwick in motion, and they're going to pass. It's going to be a screen pass to the right side. Screen pass over to Gage, and Gage might have gone out of bounds, which doesn't make much sense to me.
No, you want to stay inbound.
Yeah, you do. I understand the screen pass, but don't put it that close to the sideline. They'll pick up a yard,
Oh, no, they're starting the clock up.
9 yards to go for the shot. As
Okay, all right. Well, his knee went down in bounds then. It'll be 1 yard for Gage. That's his first touch of the football game. Syracuse comes out with split backs. They run that play pretty quickly. Hardwick left side, and he's going to pick up a first down. There's
We got some flags.
all over the field.
Yeah. This is going to come back.
A lot of dirty laundry on the field.
Yeah.
And it is right in the area of holding. It is. Hold on the offense. So the North Stars will accept that penalty. It'll be a 3rd down and 15 instead.
That's the 11th penalty on the shot.
Is it?
Yes.
Well, when you can get it done like they have and take 11 penalties, just think about if they haven't taken 11 penalties.
Right.
One thing I thought the North Stars did a fairly decent job with last week was their defensive coverage. They were able to stop the run game last week, I thought. But this week, it's just not there.
No. They started off real good.
Yes, they did.
They did.
Yep.
But
It's gone away. It's almost the exact opposite of what we expected when we looked over at the Syracuse sideline and looked at the numbers. It's almost like the fatigue factors in Plattsburgh rather than in Syracuse.
I agree. And
Well, Syracuse comes up to the line. The Shocks send a motion man. It's Hardwick. And the quarterback Sheards is back to pass. It's going to be a screen pass, and that's going to be launched out of bounds. OB with that pass, and it's going to be 4th down and long, and likely a punting situation here
15 yards to go.
for the Shock. Their quarterback Sheards pointed over to their head coach, Derek Williams, as though he was going to go for it, but that would be crazy to go for it at this point. Kick the football deep. And they bring on their punter, Emery Kinsey. He's their punter and kickoff man, and the North Stars will get another chance at it. There's 9 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in this football game at this point. Dexter Gohagen is back for the North Stars. Good snap.
a nice punt.
And it's a punt that ends up taking a North Star bounce and is going to roll out at the 43-yard line. Well, it'll be marked at the 42. And the North Stars will start at the 42-yard line. And you wonder what the North Stars are going to do for a quarterback situation.
It looks like Bougia.
Yeah, well, Harry Rasco is going out on the field, actually.
Oh.
He's been popped a couple of times. He's been hit hard a couple of times. And he's now thrown 2 interceptions, one that went back for a touchdown, and one there on that last drive when they were in a 4th down and long situation. And he tried to force a pass to DJ Barber along the left sideline.
And Rascal didn't have a lot of interceptions all year.
No. Well, here is Harry Rasco, and in the backfield, 1 man in the backfield. They're going to throw it left side. Gohagen with the completion. It's going to be a pickup of 6 yards. And they're going to get up and go quickly, as the clock is not their friend right now. In the backfield, it is Ken Carnley. Carnley's into the game for the North Stars. Rasco gets the snap. Here comes the pressure. And he's going to get that pass off to DJ Barber.
There's a penalty, yeah. You got to call that.
That's a little bit late. Phil McCarthy is the culprit of that penalty from the Syracuse sideline. And after the play, that's going to be 15 yards.
Yes, it is.
So that's a Christmas gift right there for the North Stars.
Crazy penalty.
Yeah, that's dumb. That is just a stupid penalty. So they'll march it 15 yards from the end of the play. On the play, it was a pickup of 10, and it turns into a 25-yard gain for him via the penalty.
First down and 10 yards to go for the North Stars at the Syracuse 20-yard line.
So here's Harry Rasco, drops back, looks to pass, and nearly another interception. He was looking for Chris Fish, but I don't know what he was looking at with the coverage, as that was nearly right into the hands of Quan Williams. Scary moment there.
Yeah.
Well, the good news for the North Stars is it's 2nd down and 10, and they are almost into the red zone. We haven't seen that yet here in this second half. They have been shut out in this second half. And they really need to do something here. Harry Rasco looks to the right side and looks for Chris Fish.
Fish wasn't even looking for the ball.
Not on the same page.
No. And it's surprising.
It is, because how many times this season have we seen these guys on target? And in years past as well. Harry Rasco usually has a good relationship with his receivers, and that's something we've seen in the past, because this is a team that likes to pass the football. On the season, they have 1,700 passing yards. Here's Rasco. Drops back to pass, and he's going to float one up there on the left side for Barber. That pass is going to be incomplete. And another 4th down situation here for the North Stars. 8 minutes and 5 seconds remain on the clock. Certainly enough time for 3 scores, but the clock's winding down.
Yeah.
This you have to convert here. You can't give the football back over to Syracuse. If Syracuse gets the football here, then the game is over by all means.
I would agree.
But this year on the season, the Plattsburgh North Stars, as far as receiving, 1,797, nearly 1,800 yards receiving, and 31 touchdowns have come via a pass here for the North Stars on the 2013 season. Well, this is a big play. Harry Rasco, 4th down and 10. And he's rushed now, and he points downfield to go Hagen, and that ball was thrown closer to the referee than it was anybody else, and it's going to be a turnover on downs. And Syracuse is going to bring their offense out onto the field, and the fat lady's starting to sing.
It doesn't look good for the Stars, that's for sure.
Well, the Syracuse Shock bring their offense out onto the field. And they will likely run the football the rest of this football game.
I would think so. I thought they would do it last time.
I did too, but they came out throwing for some ridiculous reason. Perhaps maybe to catch the North Stars off guard. Didn't catch them off guard, though, because they threw it out of bounds. All right, here's Shears, motion man. That guy's number is about to fall off. I can't tell who that is. I think that's Gordon.
That's Flash.
Yeah, he's so fast that his number fell off. Well, he's going to run up the middle for about a yard. 29 yards for Gordon on the game. And the clock remains to run. Here comes Syracuse up to the line. Yeah, I mean, you look at this football game, and there are many things you can point out that may have gone in the wrong direction for the North Stars. As it's Hartwick running to the left side. He wants to stay in bounds. There's a flag that comes in the area of holding. But there's many things you look at in this football game, and if you want to start from the beginning, the very first play of the game.
Yeah.
The fans were up and roaring, and this place was roaring. The sideline was jumping up and down when they completed that pass to Craig Bujold, the 50-yard pass down the right side. And then Bujold gets that ball stripped out of his hands, and then it's a return 30 yards the other way, and then there's a personal foul that takes the Syracuse team 15 yards closer, and
then down to the 1 yard line on the pass. And
yeah, that's right.
It didn't start out good for the Stars, and it didn't get any better.
No, it didn't.
It's still the second down for the Chuck at their own 24-yard line.
All right, clock continues to run. And that last play was a run. And, of course, eating up the time is the quarterback, Sherd.
And he stayed in bounds.
Yeah, I think he did.
Yep.
And I think his knee went down. It was Hardwick again, running to the left side.
He's
And,
going to be close to 200 yards when this is all said and done.
yeah, depending on the spot here, they're going to, well, that's not where I thought he was. So he's going to run for 9 yards on that carry. And Goose, that's 167. 24 for 167. And they're just going to keep spoon feeding him the ball here. Third down and short. Split back formation for Syracuse. And there it goes. Always hit, but a good second effort here. As he's able to get to the far sideline, and he falls short of the first down marker. Hardwick.
They had him behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
He was hit at the line. And it's going to be a fourth down and short. So a gain of 0 yards.
And they're going for it.
Yeah, well, you surprised? I don't think I would go for it in this position. 5 minutes, because if you don't get it, you give the North Stars a short field to work with. Now it is
But
very
they feel
unlikely
that
for the
they
North
can
Stars.
run at will.
Or maybe a hard count. Well, they give it to him. He picks up the first down. Hardwick, sure enough, the go-to guy, picks up 5 on that carry.
He's been their workhorse, and he's been the difference in the game.
Sure has. And this game is now officially over. That's what they needed right there.
Yep.
That sealed it. I mean, it was over if you think about it 10 minutes ago, but technically it is now over because with the clock running, this possession will take them down inside of 2 minutes. And you can't score 3 touchdowns inside 2 minutes.
And the Stars they're disappointed because
Absolutely,
they expected to win this game. But, there's no reason to hang your head. They've had a good season. Hey, they got to the championship game.
Yep.
They've been here 4 out of 5 times in the championship game. They're successful, football franchise.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Another 5 yards for Hardwick. Hardwick going to that 200-yard milestone.
You want to win the football game, you want to win the championship, but it just wasn't in the cards.
Right.
You
It just wasn't meant to be tonight.
You didn't play well enough to win it.
Right, exactly. The football that they've been playing this season has certainly been good enough to win.
But it can't take away what the whole season, when you look at the whole season, they've been very successful.
Just wasn't meant to be tonight. Syracuse up to the line of scrimmage. 4 minutes, 28 seconds remain. False start.
And you got to give the Shock credit.
Yeah.
They came here.
They've overcome about 12 or 13 penalties. And if you can do that when you've only got 25 on the roster.
I'm showing that they only turned over the football once.
Yes. Yeah, an interception.
Yep.
In the first half.
Yep. And you take care of the football, and if you got a running game, it keeps the offense off the...
Yeah. And what are they doing throwing the ball here?
I do not know.
Well, Syracuse goes to throw the ball. Not only is that, 1, not going to keep the clock going, but 2, that's a pretty dirty move. It's when you're beating somebody 36-15 with 4 minutes left in a football game. That's pretty dirty. I mean,
Yeah.
not much class involved in that move.
Well, yeah. I don't understand. I don't see the logic behind it.
Is that your phone, Goose?
Yes.
Oh, that's a good ringtone.
You like that, huh?
It's better than mine. I don't even know what mine is.
Does that mean that nobody calls you?
Not usually. Either that or I have my phone on silent, so I don't have to.
Don't have to answer
That's
it.
right.
Okay.
Well, they're going to run left side this time with Jeff Lott.
Oh
He's
my!
going to tiptoe on the
Yeah,
sideline.
he got out of.
And he was going to go for a lot,
Yes, he was.
but he stepped out at the 49-yard line. That's his first touch of the game, and he will go for 12 yards.
And another first down.
Well, Goose, at this point, the only thing to look forward to is the Red Sox game.
Yeah.
Red Sox are playing the Tigers.
Tell me what's going on.
Lester is pitching against Anibal Sanchez, and after 3 innings of play, both teams are scoreless.
Oh,
Pitching duel. That game's at Fenway Park tonight.
Fenway.
John Lester only pitches well at Fenway. When he gets out of Fenway Park, he's in trouble. Do you remember who won the All-Star game? AL or NL? Because that'll determine who the home team is for the World Series.
Didn't
I think the AL won this year.
Yes.
First time in a long time.
Oh,
Oh, he picked it right back up. That was a nice bounce. And he stays down in bounds.
That's how things have been going.
Yep. Yeah, everything is bounced in Syracuse's favor. They're going to pick up a first down after that. That'll move the chains. It'll be a pickup of 11 for Lott.
4-yard run at the 20, that's 5. First down and 10 yards to go.
3.5 minutes remaining on the scoreboard.
Getting 10 yards to number 20, Jeff Lott.
And you can see the frustration in the Plattsburgh North Stars. But to their credit, they had a pretty strong season. Just didn't have it tonight.
No, they sure didn't. You know, and it's probably a lot of disappointed players, but, you know.
Because this is the second year in a row that they made it to the championship game. And a number of these players are the same players from last season's team. That run there goes for a loss of 2 yards. It was Flash, the ball carrier. Gordon goes for -2. On that carry.
12 yards to go for the Syracuse shot at the Plattsburgh 41-yard line.
One more play before the 2-minute warning.
Yeah.
And you almost wish that they just not worry about the 2-minute warning. Skip over it.
Or do you wish?
Well,
Yeah, you've had a long day. I mean,
I have had a long day. The
You
high
did.
school football game for Wiry, and
you had your fill of football today.
yes, a lot of football. A lot of football. It's not a bad thing, though. Gets you out of the house. And that also got me away from yard work today. But that just means I put it off tomorrow. I got to do that either at halftime of tomorrow's NFL games or after the 4 o'clock Eagles game.
Eagle fan.
Yes.
You were brought up that way.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Actually, I started as a Patriot fan.
You did.
The rest of the family, other than my father, my mother, and myself, Eagle fans.
Yes.
Everybody else in the family, Patriot fans.
So you stuck with the Eagles.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, I don't like, sometimes the Patriots, and of course this wasn't my reasoning when I was 4 years old when I switched to the Eagles, but nowadays I don't like when the Patriots run teams into the ground. But, they'll be up 30 points in the fourth quarter with 4 minutes left, and they'll be passing the football, Tom Brady to somebody, and running their opponent into the ground. I don't like that.
You don't like that. And the Eagles don't do that.
No, because they're hardly ever winning this season. No, but the Eagles run a similar offense to what the Saranac Lake Red Storm did today.
Oh, yes?
The Saranac Lake Red Storm might be the most impressive high school football team I've seen this season. And I've seen every high school football team up here in the CDAC, of course, with doing the games on Wiry, because Saranac Lake always runs a hurry-up offense, a no-huddle offense, and they've got great big cards on the sideline with different pictures. Like the Eagles and a couple of other teams run in the NFL, that up-tempo offense. And when you have a football team clicking on all cylinders and doing as much as Saranac Lake does and remembering everything that they do, you're going to have success. And they did today, beating the Big Town Eagles 28-21. Well, Syracuse just having some final runs at this point.
I think we talked through the 2-minute warning.
We did.
Yeah. So it's just a matter of a few more plays.
Yep.
So we should give congratulations to the Shock.
Yeah, absolutely. They played well.
EFL champions.
They hurt themselves in the penalty category, but they overcame that with some good football and good rushing.
Good rushing.
You know, if you're going to pick an MVP for this football game, I don't think there's any question.
No.
That's not in doubt. It's Justin Hardwick. Hardwick, his final numbers for this football game, he rushes the ball 27 times for 177 yards and 3 touchdowns. If he's on your fantasy football team, that's 17 points plus 18 points, 35, and there's probably a bonus in there somewhere for getting 177 yards. So
down to the last minute.
Yeah, they take a knee on that play. It's going to be 4th down.
Well, I want to thank you for asking me to come and do the game.
Well, it was a good time again.
Yes.
We did it last year.
Yeah.
And it was a good time once again. Unfortunately, we brought him bad luck again. Is that us?
No, it's not us.
No, we didn't. Okay, I can't. There's no way.
No, it can't be us. Out of the question.
That's right. It must be the same moon as last year or something.
But, we saw some good plays here tonight, and I know the Stars are disappointed, but they'll get over it, and they'll go on.
And they'll come back next season.
Next season, that's right.
A lot of things tonight. As Syracuse will celebrate on the far sideline. We saw some good football from Syracuse, and at times from Plattsburgh. We heard some funny comments from some fans in front of us. But overall, it was a good football game for maybe 3 quarters, but then in the 4th quarter, the wheels kind of fell off the bus for Plattsburgh, and unfortunately for them, they come out with a loss tonight. So 36 for the Syracuse Shock and 15 for the Plattsburgh North Stars. Well, Goose, it was a good job dusting off the cobwebs again.
That's right. That's right. You keep me in practice.
Yeah, that's right.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, and I got to come down and see you Monday morning at Charter.
Okay, that sounds.
And make sure they do give you some overtime pay, because I asked you about 10 questions.
That's right. I'll talk to them about it and see if I can.
And I'll vouch for you.
And Nicholas, thank you very much.
Yeah, we want to thank Nick as well.
Job.
He does a good job on the camera, and we thank him for his work, and we might actually have a high school game or two of either soccer or football to be bringing your way later on in this season. Well, for the final time, we want to thank Goose Gagnon doing color tonight, Nick Dodd on camera, and I'm Robbie Knowles, reminding you for the final time that the final score of tonight's Empire Football League Championship game, the Syracuse Shock 36 and the Plattsburgh North Stars 15. This has been an MSM Sports presentation.